We, paper crafters, have lots of pretty paper in hand. Why should we buy a planner if we can make one? Best of all, this is so easy to make that you can mass produce it for quick gifts, even for the end of year craft fair. Hi, I'm Sherls. Thank you for stopping by on my channel and welcome or welcome back. If you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing. You might ask why we make our planner when we can buy it or maybe get it for free. My neighbor got this from an organization they support and she gave it to me. Asking this why question would be like asking ourselves why we make our own journals, scrapbook albums, cards, or other paper crafts you can buy in store. The ability to customize the finished product is unbeatable. And for me, receiving something handmade is more precious. Also, aren't these so pretty and inviting? It makes me more likely to use it. Next year, I want to focus more on my channel, the design team project, and my crafting business. It's pretty much my 2023 goal with a level up. To make it happen, I will need a way to keep my idea and plan organized. A planner will be a great assistance. I tried a couple times over the past years to use a planner to help organize my life, but I lost interest midway. I think my reason is I use a boring plain black and white planner. That's why for next year, I'm making myself a planner where no page is plain black and white. I have the monthly planner and the weekly planner, which I split into signatures by seasons: winter, spring, summer, autumn, and winter again. This planner is quick to put together. Most of the time making it is spent on printing. If you are using digital paper, then each page will be printed twice, which means each sheet of paper will go through the printer 4 times. Have your favorite and chosen pretty digital paper and the digital planner ready. You can download the monthly planner and the weekly planner in my coffee shop. Again, I divided the weekly digitals into separate signatures by the season: January, February, March to May, June to August, September to November, and December. If you're in the northern hemisphere like me, then it will be winter, spring, summer, fall, and winter again. If you're in the southern hemisphere like Australia, then it will be summer, autumn, winter, spring, then summer again. You can print the digitals on regular copy paper or thicker paper if you like, and we will need 8 sheets for the monthly planner, 5 sheets for the January to February weekly planner, 8 sheets for March to May, 9 sheets for June to August, 8 sheets for September to November, and 3 sheets of paper for December. Total, you will need 41 sheets, and that's not including the cover. I use a variety of digitals for the monthly planner. For the weekly planner, I mostly use Rach and Bella Crafts digital kits. Her latest winter kit, Helen Winter Kit, for the January and February winter season, and I use my Magical Winter Wonderland digital for the other side. I use her Sounds of Summer for the summer season, Times and Season Kit, plus the autumn and fall background for the autumn season, Timeless Christmas Kit for December. I don't have her spring season kit, so I use my Spring Into Digital for the spring season. Well, I have her Snowdrops and Blossom kit, but in my opinion, the color is too close to winter. Don't start printing your paper yet before you watch my tip and trick I just learned in the next section. You will also need a cereal or cookie box for the cover. Optionally, a Tyvek or a large packing tape if you don't have Tyvek. I will also use a strip of fabric to enforce the spine. For binding, I use a removable binding system, so I will be using a twine, crop adele, and eyelets. Sometimes the digital we really love is very busy or dark, which makes it unsuitable as a writing page. Remember, we are using these printables for a planner, so the ability to write on it and read it is important. This doesn't mean we can't use those digitals though. You just need to tweak your printer color setting to print it in a lighter shade. It won't be perfect like when the original digital designer tweaked it, or if you use a photo editor program. I won't teach you how to do it easily with pen or a document editor. Digital papers are copyright protected, and I'm not going to violate it. Instead, we will just use the color setting that comes with your printer. This setting will only change the printed file and will not alter the original file. The printer I'm using is Epson EcoTank ET3760. If you are using a different printer, you need to search printer brand followed by color setting. For example, HP printer color setting. Here on the top result, you find the Manage Color Settings from HP website. Click on it and follow the instructions. In the Epson EcoTank printer, this setting can be found in the Printer Properties window. If you are printing a JPEG file, click on the options, then Printer Properties. If you are printing a PDF file, the print window will show up. Click on the Properties, More Options, then Color Correction Custom. Click on the Activated Advanced button. In this window, you will see an example original image and what the printed version would be after we alter the color. There is a lot you can play with, like changing the main color tone from one color to another. But that's not what we need. We will only be playing with the brightness and density. Notice, when I increase the color density, the preview image becomes darker. When I reduce it, it becomes lighter. The higher the brightness setting, the brighter the image, and the lower it is, the darker the printed image. Play with the setting and see which one fits your need. I found the lowest density setting, which is -25 in my printer, and brightness level between 5 to 10 is good. Play with the setting to get the best result you like. Important tip, when printing multiple files in PDF, make sure to check the color adjustment for your next printing job, especially if you want it to be printed in the original color setting. Your adjustment will reset if you close the PDF reader program. It will also reset when you print a new batch of JPEG files. This is the page that I printed without color alteration, and this is the one I printed with the alter color setting. This is what I mean by the result is not perfect. As you can see, the cream color part is becoming very bright, but the red part is subtle. If you like, you can lightly ink the part that's very bright so it won't be stark white. This is another good example. This one, without color alteration and this one with color alteration. And you can see that this one, the color is toned down and it will be easier to write on it and read it. When printing the other side, make sure you put it in the correct orientation and facing the right way. This is how the printed paper comes out of my printer. So when I want to print the other side, I have to put the correct side down and the top of my digital, if it has direction, on this side. I wasn't thinking when I fed this paper into my printer to print the other side. It looks cool, so I will still use it as is in this project. That's the same fate that's happening to this January to February weekly planner. I accidentally printed Rachel's Helen Winter kit on top of my magical Winter Wonderland kit. It looks unique, so I'm keeping it. Another point I need to mention, the page that will be on the first page of your planner should be placed on the bottom of the stack in the printer paper feed. This is important when printing the planner on top of your pretty digitals, and you already have a specific order or pages in mind. Even more important, when you print the planner, odd pages first, then even pages like I do. Most printers can print double-sided, mine too. This double-sided printing won't work if I set my printer to print without borders. It's not a big deal actually to print without borders. My digital will only be shrunk by 3%. I don't mind doing the extra work, reordering the paper, then put it back in my printer. So for this December weekly planner, I already decided I want this to be on the first page, second, and third. When I put it in my printer, I will put this on the bottom, second, and third. This is the stack of paper coming out from my printer. I have the first page on the top, my second one, and my third page. I had the even page facing down, so I printed it first. To print the odd pages, I just need to flip the order like this. First page goes first, second page, and my third page on the top. I will put this back to the printer paper feed in this orientation and print the odd pages. If you make both monthly and weekly planner, you will have a total of 6 signatures. The monthly planner, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December. The monthly planner digital only has 14 pages or 7 sheets of paper printed on both sides. This is the first page of the planner. If you don't like it, print a pretty digital for the cover, and that makes the 8 sheets of the monthly planner. Each month of the weekly planner has a title page followed by the corresponding weeks. This is what I mean. This is the cover page for July, and it followed by the first week of the July, second week, and so on. I didn't print the first page of each weekly planner signature. I want to show off the pretty design of each corresponding month. And that's another tip for you. Pick a pretty digital for the first page of each signature and print it in the original color setting. Now, I'm ready to fold each of the pages into half. And I am going to do this one by one, just so I'm sure that I have each edges straight and a cleaner result. Now that they are all folded, I can glue the tabs and decorate them. I used the tabs in the Helen Winter ephemera kit. I already wrote the label and measured the gap between each tab to have an equal distribution. The tab might cover a portion of the planner like the one here, and I'm fine with that. Worst case, I can just handwritten the cover dates. It's not a big deal. So for my first signature, the monthly planner, I don't think I need to do anything with this. If I want to, I can add a pocket, but yeah, I think I will just leave it blank like this. So I can glue this tab on the top. Let me do that first. Like this. And for this side, I can decorate it with some laces and other thing, but I really want each pages to be flat so it's easy to write on them. So I will just keep it plain like this, and I'm going to use a label just to show that this is a monthly planner. In the freebie, there is a label in black and white. You can print it on top of any digital paper or dead paper. I left a big gap around the label to give you flexibility on the size you need. And for this one, I already decided I want it to be on the top. And let's see. If it is like this, it's way too big. So I'm thinking of cutting it so it's kind of showing a little bit under after the tab, and on this side I'm going to make it into a banner style. I think that will be very cute. So just use my pencil to mark where I need to cut it like that, and in the other side as well, just to be sure that I have it straight, because I cannot really cut straight without any like mark. This, and make a banner on the other side. I think it's kind of center, and here, and then glue it really well so it's not leaving any gap. And there, my first signature is done. And the next one is the January and February weekly planner. This is the January one, and the other side is the first week of January. So this one is safe to glue. I made a mark here, so I will just align it. And the other side is still open. Let's see, what would we do with this? Again, I want to keep it flat, so I'm not going to use any laces, but I want to use the label so you know that this is the start of January weekly planner. I don't really want to cover any of this pretty image, but I don't really want it to be on the top as well. I trimmed the label small enough not to cover any of this image, but it's still big so you can see it clearly. And I will just put it on this corner. And that means that I can just glue this tab down and it's not going to cover anything. Now for February, because it is in the middle of the signature, I choose a design that's full and I didn't print the February title page. So what I will do here, I will just glue the label, and again I'm going to find a position for this. I might put up here. Oh no, I think I will just put it on the bottom as well. And let's see, do I want it this big or I want it to be small like January? I think I will trim it to be a smaller label and glue it on this side. Second signature is done. And this tab also covers the date, and that's fine. I can just write it on the tab letter. Now, for March, I chose a page with a full pretty design. And since I didn't print the March title page for the weekly planner, I need to put a label on it. And let's see where I want to put this one. I don't think I want to put it down here because I don't want to cover the red track. In the middle is kind of weird, so I'm thinking of putting it on the top corner. So I'm going to trim this and then glue it here and glue the tab, which I already marked the position of. I changed my mind about the shape of this label and I made it into a banner style. I think it will make it look cuter on this side, like this. And the next one is April. April, I printed the title page. I can leave it blank like this, but I would like to show off my college skill. So I'm going to make some cute flat collage here using the ephemera from the Spring Into Digital Kit. And I will show you the result of this page as well as the next few pages. I think this will give you a good idea how to work with this signature and decorate it. I'm so glad I didn't record my collage process. It took me a while to decide how I want each title page looks. I will do a quick flip through of this planner at the end of this tutorial. Now that the decorations are done, I can bind each signature. I did it the quickest way, staple. If you like, of course, you can sew them or do the 3' stitching or Coptic stitch. You can even sew the signatures into each other to make a text block, then glue it to the cover like what I did in my hardcover notepad tutorial. For the cover, cut the cereal or cookie box a 1/4 inches or 1/2 centimeter taller than the paper. The paper I use is US letter size, so my cover height will be 8 3/4 inches. Width-wise, I want the tabs to be completely inside the cover. The width between the fold and the tab is around 5 7/8 inches. So I'm going to cut my cover 6 inches wide. All the signatures stacked together will make my spine width. It is, measured with my caliper, is around 1/2 inches. I can cut my spine 3 1/4 inches. That will be enough. But I decided I want to make it 1 inch wide. This extra width will give me room to add additional signature if I want to. A note signature or whatever I want. I already cut my cereal boxes here. Then I'm going to use a Tyvek to join the spine and the front and back cover. I highly recommend to enforce this joint with a Tyvek or packing tape. This joint will open and close a lot, and paper will tear over wear and tear. I want to make sure this planner lasts through 2024 year. So later, I will reinforce these further with a piece of fabric. Keep a gap like an 1/8 inches between the spine and the cover. I like to make sure that my cover can fold into the spine like this. This will also allow me to double check whether the cover and the spine is aligned. I will do the same thing on the other cover. I want my cover to be neutral, so I picked the antique handwritten music score in my shop for the outside of the cover and a page from the Flower Language Digital for the inside cover. I already cut one of the antique handwritten music score into half. I don't need the full width because I'm going to use this to cover the inside spine. Yes, I'm working from the inside spine first and then I'm going to wrap the outside. Just going to apply a glue on the spine. And I'm going to position this digital around the center. I think something like this. And the other side, I think is okay. This doesn't have to be straight because later we are going to cover this side and this side. And you won't be able to see this edge of the paper. Then I'm going to use my bone folder to form the join. Something like here. I'm just going to gently score it along the form of the cover. This is to ensure that later, when it all dried, my spine won't look so ugly with the bulk of the paper. In other words, just to make sure that the paper properly adhere along the form of the spine. And now, I'm going to trim the paper by pressing it on my table surface like this. And glue this to the other side. I can trim this off, but I decided to keep it. It doesn't really bother me, even if it added a little bit thickness on my spine. Other side as well. See, after we trim the paper to follow the form of the joint, when I fold my spine, this corner is not making a bulk and it looks perfect on both sides. Now I'm going to cover the front and the back. Let me double check the direction, the orientation. So this is up. So this will be front and this will be back. I decided to use this for the back and this one for the front. Later I'm going to put a piece of fabric on the spine, so I don't have to put this paper all the way until the fold of the spine. Something around here is fine. And that means on the other side, I will have a lot of extra paper. I'm going to trim this off and use it for masterboard or something in the future. I am using a binding system where you can remove and change the signatures. I'm going to use my crocodile first to punch 2 holes on the spine. So I'm going to put it around the center like this, and the other side as well. Something like this. Then I'm going to put the eyelet, and let's see. Oops, it didn't go well. It's okay, I will figure it out. And the other side. Oh yeah, it didn't go well because I put it in the wrong direction. Why does it go? That's better. And I will do this double side again. There you go. Now is the fun part, making the binding. Put the tail of your twine through the top hole from the outside to the inside and pull it until the next hole, or a little bit shorter than that. And I'm going to clip it so it's not running away. And then pull it upward and wrap it around the spine like this. Don't pull it too tight because we want to be able to insert our signatures into it. And don't pull it too loose too because we want the signatures to snug nicely. Loop it as many times as the number of your signatures. And make sure that the next binding is beside the previous one like this. Don't have it intercross like this. It will cause problem. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 6 signatures for my planner, and I'm planning to add a note signature. So 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I'm going to make an extra one in case I want to add something later. And then for the after I'm done, I'm going to put the end of this twine into the bottom holes from the outside to the inside as well, like this. And I'm going to unclip this, grab this tail to the other side, and temporarily tie it. Don't tie it too tight, and you will see why soon. I'm just going to do something like this. It's quite loose. I might tighten it up a little bit more, but I'm not going to tie it too tight, and I want to make sure that I will be able to undo the tie later. Yeah, this is better. And now it's time to put our signatures into the binding. So I have the first month, the monthly signature, the monthly planner, and then this one. It's my third one. My fourth. Trying to find the fourth one. I want to make sure that I do get the fourth line, the fourth loop, I should say. Fifth. Sixth one. And I have my note signatures here. I have a line notes here, and the other one is gold planner. So I have the digital for both of these in the freebie kit as well. You can download it and print it on your copy paper, PT paper, or dyed paper, whatever you like. So I will just put this one here as my 7th signature. I haven't decided if I want to keep this gold planner inside this planner book or as a standalone planner. That's why I haven't put the tab on it, but for now I will just bind it in this planner. And that's almost done. The next thing that I want to do is making sure that each of the signature fold line touch the spine. I will try to adjust it. If some of the binding is too loose, like this one, I'm going to pull it and pull it all the way until the tail of the twine. So let's see, this two needs more pulling. Just do something like this, and because it's closer to the beginning of the binding, I will just keep pulling it to the beginning, something like this. And this is why I didn't completely tie this. I can undo this and pull the excess. This is from the last one, and this is the bottom one, and let's just pull it. I think this one also need a little bit adjustment. And let's see. You only need to do this once, because once everything is tightened up, when you remove and put the signatures in a different order or like different signatures, it will still stay nice. So I'll just do this. And this is another reason why I suggest to use Tyvek or packing tape to enforce the joint. You see here, the twine went in between the spine and the cover or the joint, and it will rip the paper if you don't enforce it. And because Tyvek is plastic material, it will not tear easily. Of course, there is also the fabric that I use to enforce the joint. And that's the end. No, there's like one more. Oh, yep, it is. Yep, everything is nice and snug. So I can tie this properly now. That's perfect. I like it. And to prevent this binding go to the joint, I will just pull it to the middle and just gather it on the middle of the spine. And I just need to decorate the cover and finish decorating the planner if I want to. And one nice thing that I want to point out, let me find where I joined the at the beginning and the end of the tail. This one is kind of hidden now, but yeah, let me try. Let me see if I can pull it out. You see this one? So this is wide enough. You can even put the signature, a small signature or something inside this. And this is wide enough to accommodate Rachel's envelope in the Highland Winter kit. So what I can do with it is just put this envelope like this and glue it. Yeah, I think I will do that because this is so cute. And I will have an extra pocket page. Isn't that great? So something like this. I will reposition this knot because I don't think I want it to be in the middle of the planner. And yeah, I will decorate this, finish this part, and do a quick flip through. Before I do the quick flip through of this planner, I want to show you another nice feature of this type of binding. Is the ease of remove or adding a signature. To remove a signature, just pull it out. And to add a signature, grab a twine in the same color of the previous binding and wrap it on the spine and tie it. That's it. That's easy. Now grab the new signature and put it through the binding like this, and that's it. You're done. It's that easy. If you like, you can even adjust the tightness of this binding to make sure that it is snug nicely on the spine. Now let's do the quick flip through of this planner. This is the cover. I keep it plain and no bulky embellishment because we are going to put it somewhere that might get destroyed easily. I'll just show you the inside cover, the monthly planner that I just did a little bit touch up with my glitter nail polish. Just the planner. I don't have to flip everything. The January, and this is the January weekly planner. The February with just a little bit nail polish. February weekly planner. March, again a little bit nail polish just to bling it up a little bit. The April, and this side I left it blank. You can put a pocket or a collage, anything you like, but I leave it blank so I can later use it to write something or put a photo, whatever I want. And this is May. This is also blank for something else that you can put on it. This is the end of May, and we go to June, July. Look at this, how pretty this is. August, another blank page or whatever you fancy. And here, this week, I can put it as the first week of September, but it's only one day. Besides, I don't mind having extra pages for summer, because summer is the time that we usually have a lot of things planned on. And for one of the blank page, I make a tuck spot, and I can just put this envelope here. September, October, November, December, and my goal planner. So that's my planner for 2024. Total, I use 8 different digitals if you count the cover pages. I used a Helen Winter kit, Sons of Summer, Times and Seasons, Timeless Christmas from Reg and Bella Crafts. And I also use my Magical Winter Wonderland, Spring Into, antique handwritten music scores, and the flower language of my kit. I will put the link to these digitals in the description box. Thank you for watching. I hope this inspires you to use your pretty digitals to make your own planner. Happy crafting! Bye!